Okay everyone, this is Lonnie, and this is my first video trying to do the streaming thing on the gaming. I enjoy playing ARK, and I have some time off right now, so I'm playing a lot of ARK. And this is the SteamPunk mod, which I'm really enjoying. I'm just kind of giving you a quick tour here. This is the main working area here. I have it of course has S Plus on it also. The server that we're on is, the website for it is arkpve.com. So he has everything cranked up. Really, you just have a good time here. And, you know, it's nothing difficult. You casually play and you just kind of have a good time. You build stuff. I went to PvE because I got so tired of PvP that you never could build anything. I enjoy building things. And you never could build anything because as soon as you get 2 or 3 weeks in, right, somebody comes and raids your base. And, you know, and they take everything that you have. So, I mean, you never actually get anything. Now, this is the current base that I have right now. Back over here, now, that's the green obby right there, back there. I'm right across, I'm on the Ragnarok map. I'm right across from the green obby. That's my old base over there where I got started. I like this little cubby hole because it's kind of safe here. And it's a good place to get started. Now, even though this is on PvE, we still get a lot of dragons or wyverns come by here and stuff. Now, I built the, we'll have to go over the airship here in a little while too. I built one of those, but I really haven't done much with it because it takes so much fuel to run. And I'm really using all the leather right now to build armor and things like that for my tribe mates. So we're trying to get that organized. But anyway, I'm almost done with this, the floors on this building. And as you can see, I'm kind of doing a pyramid style roof on it with glass. And of course I gotta get the glass cleared up and everything, but you have different pieces of glass in SteamPunk here. And it makes it very interesting architecture that you could do here. Now, some of the cooler things about SteamPunk is I will show you my armor. This is my armor. Of course, you don't see my helmet because I have the glasses on my helmet. But this armor is about 300 damage each. So, you know, it's really good armor. So the SteamPunk armor is actually very good. Now you come down here, I of course have my you know, where I keep the animals at. So anyway, yeah, I'm not a very good speaker. I'll get more used to this as I go along. I hope you guys don't mind, you know, be patient with me. But anyway, go along here. I'll show you something over here. One thing that really helps is snails. This mod takes a lot of materials. So the way the server is built is you get a lot of materials, but it takes it all to just run the damn thing. So like here I have a bunch of snails. So these are all up to 100, so let me get the cementing paste out of them here. Because once a snail reaches 100 cementing paste, it won't produce anymore. So I want them to continuously produce. S Plus has some really good features in it to help out with the mundane stuff of... Well, anyway, let me get back to the SteamPunk mod here. First thing you got to build is one of these things, right? It's a metal blast forge. First thing you got to build. Now this will allow you to, it'll it'll forge up your metal for you, and it'll make copper. Okay, so I don't have any copper in here right now because I'm forging up a bunch of metal for, and I will show you this, I'm building a, our nursery on the other base, is, I'm putting on the S plus extra large walls, so, you know, I kind of need those. Let me see if I'm over encumbered here. Yes, I am. Let me take half of those and put them away. Still over encumbered. Really? I can't carry very many walls. Let me get rid of the cementing paste. Cementing paste is really light, but let me get rid of it before I do anything else. And what you do is everything runs on coal and SteamPunk. Sorry, I'm changing the, but you know, like I can dump this wood in here. You see it automatically starts making the wood. Same thing will happen, you know, and it changes it into coal. And what you do is then, of course, copper takes 25 coal per piece of copper, 2 pieces of metal, and 5 stone. Now, you have to mine a bunch of stone to get started here. So, you go ahead, the one thing you want to get is an Anki. So it'll mine up flint and all kinds of stuff. Now, these drills here, after a while you could build these drills, okay? Now these drills mine, like, depends on what bit you put in them, but they mine up a lot of stone and whatever, like you have a bit for metal and you have a bit for crystal. So these are mining up crystal for me because I have a mining area that I go to that mines up my, it mines up my metal for me. 3, 1, 2. Okay. So I got 2 extra of those. I'll have to give my partners one of these. Let me, and this is the grinder for the SteamPunk mod. It's the same as the chemistry bench, industrial copper grinder, and attached that, which is a separate thing, is this over here, which is the power recycler. And what you could do, you dump stuff in there, and you could recycle it, is what happens. Ah, no wonder, I got all this rock on me. I'm gonna dump this rock on me. That's why I couldn't carry it. But making up some gunpowder because these drills run on gunpowder. So you're going to go through a bunch of gunpowder whenever you're doing this thing. It uses about 1 gunpowder per second. So you'll have to really mine up the gunpowder. Now, I said the first thing you need to build is the metal blast forge. Okay, now second and third thing you need to build are this industrial copper forge, which that turns your copper, now this is copper here, and it uses crystal, which it turns into glass plates. Right, I'll go ahead and start that. See, it turns it into glass plates. Now your copper plates take glass plates and copper to do. So it takes 1 glass plate and 2 copper plates. Okay, so then you come over here and you build your Steam workstation. Now this is where everything is built. You still have to learn a lot of this in your engrams, but like you could build your armor, right, and all this in here. So you got your furniture, your structures. You know, from here you can build statues and all kinds of stuff. Your construction yard, And with your construction yard, then you could build your airship and other things like that. So anyway, that's a quick tour of this. I think since I got rid of my stone, I can carry my stuff now. Anyway, I'm going to dump my crystal in here because we're going to be using a lot of glass too. We're using a lot of metal and glass right now. So anyway, the nice thing about SteamPunk also is it has a teleporter system. Now, these are Telsa coils, which are defense coils. I'm not quite sure how much damage they do. Maybe somebody could fill me in on this. Right after the last patch, today is, what is today? I don't know what today is, but the a couple days ago, the patch broke the S Plus, so it kind of messed up the turrets where you couldn't get into them. They're fixed now, so but this now this is called Ice Base because the guy's name is Ice. It's over in Viking Bay. So now you get teleported. Come on, come on. Now this is our hatchery here. So this is where we're putting everything here. Now we got these two little fellas here we just hatched out today. Our Ankies, you know. But the cool thing about S Plus is it has this hatchery, which it automatically picks up fertilized eggs, and it gets them down to 1% for you, ready to hatch. So then you take your SteamPunk air conditioners, which are these things, and these air conditioners are really nice because they do a lot more than the regular air conditioners. If you look at my hyperthermic insulation is 7113 and my hypothermal insulation is 7113. So that's a lot more than the regular ARK air conditioners. And I think the range is more also. I haven't really looked at it, but I believe the range is a lot farther too. So, and one of the other things he has on this server is a kibble craft station, which is nice also because you just craft up some kibble, right? Not a big deal. So you need some kibble, you need wyvern milk, you need anything like that. And I know people are gonna go, oh, that's cheating, that's, you know, hang on, let me adjust the gamma so I can see. That's, you know, but we're here just to have fun. You know, it's not a big deal. We're just here to have fun, right? So now I'm using these extra large walls. I'm gonna have to take this first wall out here. I'm expanding this out. So we're gonna have to use the extra large walls here. Let me get this going here. So we're expanding this out, and we got to make it manticore proof. The manticore can destroy stone. We've been attacked a couple of times by the manticore, so we're expanding this out, and we're going to try to get it manticore proof. That way, and then we're going to start finding out ways, because that's the fun part about the administrator here is he spawns in these different things, and you know, it just makes PvE a little bit more interesting, right? I mean, it's not uninteresting PvE. It's very fun. We go do battles here and stuff like that. We get, you know, different things. So, like I said, it's ARKPVE.com is the website, and you can see all the settings that he has for it and whatnot. So, but anyway, this is the base that I built here. You can see it's a copper, right? I have a window here. There's the, steam generator. Oh, that's another thing that you have to build right away too, is if you irrigate it, right, you have your pipes here, and you put up this steam powered press, right, and you just have to irrigate it and it'll start steaming away. It makes steam. So hopefully they'll do more with steam, but then you have to attach your coil generator to it, and once you attach your coil generator to it, then it'll start generating electricity. And your electricity, it uses different sockets that's a reusable junction box, but that won't work. It seems that it won't work with regular ARK things, right? Like the fabricators and stuff like that. It won't work with that. So you can attach, though, you can still attach your regular junction boxes on this. And this is the cabling. So it's not a big deal. You just have to attach your cabling, right? So, and you don't even have to use this cabling. You can actually use, and it turned out a little bit crooked because it attaches according to how the generator is hooked up. So, now this is the SteamPunk Icebox, which it works really well, and if you stand too close to it for too long, you'll actually start to freeze. So it works really well, and it cranks out. It uses water also, and it just makes ice cubes, blocks of ice. And then from this you can make these things, which are the ice slush, which I think if you lived in the desert, you probably want to use that. Now this is a coal furnace where it's a grill, and it's the copper grill stove, or copper stove, and it's the same as your industrial grill, and it will cook it cooks meat really fast. Now this stuff that it makes here, belladonna residue, I don't know, it makes you run like really fast, and you'll just have to see. It's a strange effect for like 2 or 3 minutes. So that's always interesting. So, I mean, there's just a few, and this is a smoker here, but it requires oil and coal, and you dump oil and coal and your cooked meat in there, and it turns it into jerky. So anyway, that's all that's going on for that, and we're going to try. Looks like it took out that ceiling. Okay, we're going to try and expand this base out a little bit more, because we're up right now. We're up like, I don't know how many walls that is, like 5. I think we're up 5 walls, and I'm going to go ahead and go up 12. And because we don't have enough room in here to, everything is bumping their heads. So I know it's going to be an enormous undertaking, but I think it's going to be worth it, right? I think we might be up there 7 or so. I think we're up 7. I don't know. I don't want to count. But, so you see the new walls versus the old walls. So, we're expanding this out, and, gonna give it a whirl. So, anyway, that's it for now, and, that's a tour of the 2 bases that we have. This is an old base that my partners had. Of course, we moved part of it over here for now. Here's our Bronto. That we'll be able to move him inside once we get this thing built up. But right now he's outside, which is a little bit dangerous. But here's the old base here. So, I mean, there's not much here right now because we're moving everything over to the other base. So, let me check. Yeah. So, this is Viking Bay, is where we're located right now. And it's a bit of a dangerous area. It gets attacked a lot by dragons and the now one of the nicer things is also we have active on here is a collector, and what it does is it collects the manure or the poop, okay, and it puts it in the bins, right? So what we don't have the crop plots set up right now. Once we get crop plots set up, then the farmer, which runs off of Chilean soup, you turn him on, and what happens is he takes the fertilizer and he fertilizes all the plants in the area evenly, which is really handy. So S Plus, I really love this thing. And of course you got the hatchery here, which this is kind of fun. You activate it and he does the twerking thing. So, and but it requires re-fertilizer to run. So but once you do that, you could throw your eggs in there and it gets them down to 1% for you and holds them for you, and that's all you got to do, man. And then you dump them over here and hatch them, whether it's a wyvern egg or whatever. It gets it down to 1% for you, and then you put it in your air conditioner here. You dump it right in between these two ACs and then hatch it out, and that's it. It makes life much easier. So it makes playing the game, in my opinion, I know it's a little bit easier and people go, oh, it's not as hard. You know, this makes the game fun, right? I'm having fun playing this game. He spawns in bosses, we fight bosses, right? We get together and we do stuff, and it's just, it makes life a lot of fun. If you're tired of PvP, right, getting raided every couple of days, and people taking all your stuff that you've worked, you know, because I could have never built this on a PvP server, because somebody would have come in, blown my walls in, and taken all my stuff already, right, and killed everything. So PvE, right, is still fun to play. You get to you know, tame dinosaurs, you get to fight dinosaurs, but there's no players that you have to deal with, right? Now, if they build in your area, now you got to deal with them a little bit, and you negotiate with them and see what you could do, right? But other than that, you just play, right? And he has the settings all cranked up where, and I'll put the link to his website and stuff in the description. So, thanks a lot. This is my first video, so, you know, please be patient with me, and everyone have a good time, and come on by and see us, man. We always want more people on the server, so thanks a lot. Bye.